If you're over 50 and you've been told to watch your cholesterol, let me ask you something straight away. What if I told you there's actually a number one nutrient to lower cholesterol now, something that works in a natural way, without confusing fad diets or expensive miracle pills? I want you to stay with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to unpack not just what this nutrient is, but how it works inside your body, why so many people ignore it, and how embracing it could be one of the most life-changing decisions you make for your health after 50. You see, when you hear the word cholesterol, most people immediately feel a little anxious. We've been conditioned for decades to think of cholesterol as an enemy, like some silent villain clogging up our arteries. And while too much of the wrong kind of cholesterol can indeed spell trouble, the truth is much deeper and much more hopeful. Here's the big idea. The body isn't broken. Cholesterol itself isn't evil. It's a natural substance, and in fact, your body needs. The problem comes when balance is lost. And that's where this single nutrient comes into play. It helps restore balance. Not by fighting your body, but by working with it. I'm talking about soluble fiber. Yes, soluble fiber may not sound flashy, but when it comes to being the number one nutrient to lower cholesterol now, there is no contest. Doctors, nutritionists, and countless scientific studies all point to its incredible ability to sweep cholesterol out of your system. And yet, most Americans over 50 are drastically low in it. That's why today, I want to share with you not just the science, but also the story. Because facts are great, but what we need is understanding that sticks and inspires action. Think of soluble fiber like a gentle sponge inside your digestive tract. You eat it, and instead of just passing through, it forms this gel-like substance. That gel traps cholesterol particles, particularly LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol. It squirts them right out of your body before they can sneak into your bloodstream. Isn't that powerful? Instead of clogging up your arteries, that cholesterol just leaves, thanks to fiber doing its quiet but mighty work. But here's what most people don't realize. You can't get this effect from just any food. It has to be foods rich in the right kind of fiber-soluble fiber. Oats, beans, apples, flax seeds, lentils. These are not trendy superfoods. They're humble, everyday champions that most of us walk right past in the grocery store. And yet, when you add them into your daily routine, your numbers start to shift. LDL goes down, HDL, the good cholesterol, can go up, and your arteries start breathing easier. I remember talking to a neighbor of mine, Jim, who's 63. He told me he felt like his doctor's warnings about cholesterol were just a ticking time bomb. He had tried cutting out eggs, he avoided butter, even tried one of those high-priced supplements he saw on late-night TV. Nothing seemed to stick. Then one day, I told him about fiber. He laughed, said, "Fiber? You mean like the stuff in breakfast cereal?" But he gave it a shot. He started with just one bowl of oats in the morning and added beans into his dinner twice a week. 3 months later, his LDL dropped by 25 points. His doctor was stunned. And Jim told me he felt not only healthier, but lighter, like his digestion had smoothed out. His energy was steadier, and even his mood was better. Stories like Jim's are powerful because they show how simple changes can yield real, measurable results. And if you're watching this, maybe you've had your own struggles with cholesterol numbers that just won't budge. Maybe you felt trapped between confusing advice, feeling like it's either medication for life or endless restrictions. But here's the truth. The number one nutrient to lower cholesterol now is available to you today in your very next meal. The science behind fiber is rock solid. A large study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that increasing soluble fiber intake by just 7 grams a day about an apple and a half reduced LDL cholesterol by nearly 10%. That's not magic. That's physiology working as designed. Your body wants to heal. Give it the right tools, and it does. Now, let's step back for a moment, because you might be wondering, if fiber is so effective, why don't doctors shout about it from the rooftops? Why don't we hear about it more? The truth is, fiber isn't flashy. You can't patent oats. You can't slap a billion-dollar marketing campaign on lentils. So it slips quietly under the radar while drug companies and fad diets dominate the conversation. But we're smarter than that. You and I know that nature often has the answers hidden in plain sight. And here's another layer that's important. Fiber doesn't just help cholesterol. It lowers blood sugar spikes. It feeds your gut microbiome. It reduces inflammation. And it even helps with weight management, something that often gets harder after 50. That's why I say fiber is not just a nutrient. It's a lifeline. It doesn't fix just one issue. It strengthens the entire system. I want you to picture this. Imagine you're holding a broom, sweeping dust off your kitchen floor. That's what fiber is doing inside your body, except instead of dust, it's cholesterol particles floating in your digestive tract. Sweep them up, carry them out, done. It's such a simple metaphor, but once you see it that way, you'll never forget it. Now, how do you bring more fiber into your life without it feeling like a chore? That's the key. Nobody sticks to health changes that feel like punishment. So let's make it joyful. Start with one swap. Breakfast is a perfect place. Instead of white toast, try oatmeal, topped with berries and a sprinkle of flaxseed. Lunch. Add half a cup of lentils into your soup or salad. Dinner. Replace one meat-heavy meal with black beans or chickpeas. These are not radical changes. They are delicious, satisfying meals that just happen to carry the #1 nutrient to lower cholesterol now. And the best part? You'll feel the difference quickly. Within weeks, digestion improves, bloating reduces, and energy feels more stable. Within months, lab results reflect the payoff. This is the kind of change that's sustainable because it's not about deprivation, it's about nourishment. And let me remind you, if you're finding value in this, don't forget to hit subscribe and share this channel with friends and family. We're building a community of people over 50 who refuse to settle for decline. We're learning, growing, and taking charge of our health together. Now, I want to share something personal. A few years back, I had my own cholesterol scare. My doctor leaned across the table and said, "If these numbers don't change, we'll need to talk medication." I remember the knot in my stomach. I wasn't against medicine, but I wanted to try every natural option first. That's when I dug deep into research and found the power of fiber. I committed to adding 10 grams more soluble fiber a day. It wasn't perfect at first. I had to learn which foods worked, how to cook beans without turning them into mush, how to enjoy oats without drowning them in sugar. But within 6 months, my LDL dropped by 30 points. That wasn't just a number on paper. That was my arteries feeling relief. That was my future opening up with fewer risks of heart attacks or strokes. And here's the part that surprised me most. My sense of confidence returned. I felt like I was steering my own ship again. That's what I want for you too. Remember, fiber isn't a quick fix. It's a long game. But it's a game worth playing because every small choice builds into something powerful. And once you see the results, you'll never want to go back. So, let's wrap this up with a vision. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You go into your doctor's office for a checkup. They look at your chart, eyebrows raised, and say, "Your cholesterol has dropped significantly. Whatever you're doing, keep it up." You smile because you know it wasn't magic. It wasn't a fad. It was simply embracing the #1 nutrient to lower cholesterol now, day by day, meal by meal. You feel lighter, more energized, and more in control. That's the future waiting for you. And it starts not tomorrow, not next week, but with your very next bite. So go ahead, dab that apple. Stir those oats. Throw those beans into your chili. Your heart will thank you. Your future self will thank you. You'll be living proof that age is just a number when you choose to fuel your body the right way. If you found this helpful, remember, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone you care about. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss another story like this. Together, we're rewriting the script on aging. Because health after 50 isn't about decline, it's about discovery, strength, and freedom. So let's take that step today. Your body is ready. Your future is waiting. And it all begins with the #1 nutrient to lower cholesterol now.